Tuesday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Faith is reigning over fear among residents of Ilocos Sur as they spend their first Sunday after the magnitude 7 quake in churches. Laila Pangilinan with a story.
Days after the magnitude 7 earthquake that hit northern Luzon, life goes on for the residents of Ilocos Sur as they attend church masses on Sunday. In Vigan City, a mass was conducted in Plaza Burgos as the upper portion of the Vigan Cathedral was damaged by the quake.
Napakalaki ng cathedral kaya it is unsafe talaga sa mga tao kung nasa baba kung may mangyari ulit.
In the town of Bantay, residents held mass in a covered court. Father Lovell Solier says the church in the city and the famous Bantay Bell Tower were affected by the quake. He added that a huge amount of money will be needed for the restoration.
Malaki ang kailanganin na pundo. Especially it's yung structure nga di ba? Ibang-iba. Kaya nga malaking pasasalamat kung tutulong sila.
Meanwhile, cracks were seen on the walls of the 118-year-old church Iglesia Filipina Independiente in Salcedo City. With this, residents and parishioners held the mass just outside the church.
Sabi naman kasi ng region talagang condemn na siya, hindi na siya pwedeng restore siguro. Kaya masakit man yung damdamin namin na ito yung isa sa pinakaiingatan namin church ng Iglesia Filipina, pero sa safety po ng ating mga membro po ay talagang i-renovate na po totally.
Despite this, parishioners and residents hope for its restoration as it holds a sentimental value for them.
Siyempre masakit sa dibdib namin na maisara ito. Kaya nandyan pa rin kami na umaasa na kung ma-restore pa, sana kung ma-restore pa para yung memories ng mga forefathers namin, yung mga hirap nila hindi mababaliwala.
For Monsignor Gary Formoso of the Vigan Cathedral, the earthquake could be a message from God.
Perhaps there is a message from God na may mga taong nakalimutan rin sa Kanya. Kaya we are expecting na mas maraming magsimba this Sunday. Kasi nga, during natural calamities, talagang dumadami talaga ang mga taong na gigising, nabubuhayan ng pananampalataya, and hopefully ay bumalik na naman sa ating simbahan.
For News 5, Laila Pangilinan, we are One News.
Senators Bongo and Robin Hood Padilla went to Abra to extend help following the magnitude 7 tremor that struck the province. Both lawmakers provided financial assistance and relief goods to the residents. They also conducted a raffle draw with bikes, gadgets, shoes, and watches as prizes. Now, due to the recent earthquake, Go Renewed is called for the creation of a disaster resilience department, which will aim to focus on the disaster response of the country.
Dapat meron tayong cabinet secretary level na departamentong makikipag-coordinate bago pa dumating yung bagyo. Ilikas yung mga kababayan sa ligtas nating lugar at pag-alis ng bagyo naman, restoration of normalcy kagad. Ibalik sa normal at rehabilitation efforts.
Padilla, meanwhile, is once again pushing for a federal system of government. He said this will give more autonomy to local government units in their response to disasters.
Ang gobyerno hindi dapat reactive, dapat proactive. Yun ang federalismo. Ang federalismo kasi binibigay natin ang kapangyarihan sa lokal para mabilis yung kanilang pagtugon kapag ganitong may mga ganap.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Extra precautionary measures have been set in place by several small business owners following the detection of monkeypox in the country. Brian Castillo with the story.
Delivery rider Jake started his ukay-ukay business as a sideline. However, selling used clothes may not be viable now after the country recorded its first monkeypox case.
Walang problema. Safety ang unahin mo. Safety mo para sa mga anak mo. Kaso, ayaw naman yung kakainin nyo. Siyempre, kailangan mo rin magtinda.
Since monkeypox is transmitted through close skin contact, some laundry shops are also taking extra precaution in handling their customers' clothes.
Hindi halo-halo kasi isang customer, isang machine. Para security ang mga laba at saka naglalaba. Minsan kabahan pero mag-ingat talaga. Siyempre nag-ingat kami sa trabaho kasi hindi natin alam kung mayroon o wala.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Ranjin Solante said that while it's possible to transmit monkeypox through clothes, it still depends on the circumstances. He added that monkeypox is not as transmissible as COVID-19.
So you should be with that particular individual for a longer period of time, or you may be touching the skin lesions and then touching your face or touching the clothing, the beddings of that individual, and then touching your face.
The World Health Organization says most of the monkeypox cases in other countries involve men having same-sex partners. But this does not necessarily mean that monkeypox can be considered as a sexually transmitted disease.
It's just proper to say that instead of sexually transmitted infection, it can be acquired because of a close intimate contact, and that also includes sex.
People can also be infected with monkeypox virus through droplets, such as the saliva. In case one exhibits symptoms such as fever, headache, sore throat, chills, and rashes, suspected patients are advised to immediately seek medical attention. If confirmed to be infected with the virus, patients need to isolate for 3 or more weeks until skin lesions heal and scabs disappear. Health experts also recommend the continued practice of minimum health protocols. This means the wearing of face masks, avoiding physical contact, and frequent hand washing are still helpful measures to curb the transmission of monkeypox. For News 5, Brian Castillo. We are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Foreign Affairs Department reports that a Filipino has been infected with monkeypox in Singapore. The 31-year-old male patient tested positive for the virus last July 25. Meanwhile, motorists can expect an adjustment in oil prices in the coming days. Unoil projects that the diesel would decrease by up to 70 centavos per liter, while gasoline are expected to increase by up to 80 centavos. And Pagasa says Tropical Depression Esther has left the Philippine area of responsibility, but it is expected to continue enhancing the southwest monsoon or habagat, which will bring rains in some parts of the country. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.